हाय फ्रेंड्स, वेरी गुड इवनिंग। आई होप आपको मेरी आवाज़ अच्छे से आ रही है। आई एम क्लियरली ऑडिबल, विजिबल। एक बार प्लीज़ मुझे कमेंट्स में बता दीजिए। सो आई कैन सी अ लॉट ऑफ यू हैव जॉइंड। तो जल्दी से एक बार मुझे बता दीजिए। आई होप आई एम ऑडिबल, विजिबल। आपको अगर मुझसे रेगुलरली चैट करनी है तो एक बार आप सब्सक्राइब पे क्लिक भी कर दीजिए। उसके बाद यू विल बी एबल टू आस्क मी द क्वेश्चंस। हम काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक आज डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। इट इज़ प्राइमरीली अराउंड द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट एनालिसिस, जहां पर हम कंपनी का एनालिसिस करेंगे और हम कंपनी का किस तरीके से मैं एनालिसिस करता हूं और कैसे मैं इसके स्टॉक्स को, किसी भी स्टॉक्स को एक्यूमुलेट करता हूं, उसका थॉट प्रोसेस मैं आपको बताऊंगा। इट शुड नॉट बी सीन एज अ रिकमेंडेशन टू बाय और सेल, बट एक प्रोसेस जो है वो आपको डेफिनेटली मिल जाएगा। तो अगर आप लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए अपने स्टॉक्स को होल्ड करना चाहते हैं, एक्यूमुलेट करना चाहते हैं, तो this is something that we are going to discuss. Ahmed, sure. Ahmed, I'll be using English as well as Hindi. Just in case you want me to speak anything in English, quickly write E in the uh, comment section. So whatever statement I'll be speaking, I'll be converting it into English, translating into English quickly. Okay. Hi Sudarshan. Hi Vipin. Hi Nimit. I am good. How are you doing? Hi Vipin. So I hope everyone. So how many of you have been investing in the markets for last more than 5 years? Say yes. How many of you are investing in the markets for the last more than 5 years? So first I'll tell you that what exactly I'm going to discuss. Hi Tanmay. Okay, so in today's session, uh, again I'll be using English as well as Hindi. It will be very good अगर आप मेरे साथ साथ धन का प्लेटफॉर्म ओपन करके बैठे. Oh, okay Nimit, take care of yourself. Okay Ruchi, 2 years. Okay Narayan, okay Sangram, wonderful, wonderful. So there have been many approaches of investing in the markets. So how Peter Lynch used to invest, how Warren Buffett used to invest, and how Monish Pabrai invests. What does Vijay Kedia Sahab look into the market? So I have read and I have attended a few sessions of theirs, some of them, of course, not everyone, and then read books by some of these authors, some of these investors. So मैंने उनसे जो सीखा है, मैं उसकी अप्रोच आपके साथ डिस्कस करने वाला हूँ. And at the end of the session, we will be having a very interesting quiz also. So let us start talking about the company analysis. Okay. So there are different ways by which we can analyze. Okay. Those who are new, because there are many new participants as I can see here. So those who are new, let me introduce myself. I have been trading and investing in the markets for the last 17 plus years. I am a SEBI registered research analyst also. And also, I mean, uh, I love talking about these subjects at various platforms. Some of the IIMs, some of the IITs have delivered sessions in Dubai, in India, and various other locations. Okay, great. So now, okay, Tejas, wonderful. You are investing for the last more than 5 years. Cool. Okay, guys. So see, if I ask you about the company analysis, what are the parameters do you think you would like to look at quickly? अच्छा, what are you going to take away from this session? First, सबसे पहले आपको ये बता दूं, what exactly are you going to take away from this session? At the end of today's this live session, you will have one investment philosophy, some really interesting and very important parameters with the logic that why these investors and why I myself also I use these parameters for investments. So it's been 18 years or more than 17 years at least that I have been investing using these parameters, and none of my company has, as far as I can recall, none of my company has gone bankrupt, and a lot of or some of my companies have become a good multi-bagger. They have generated good returns. But having said this, still any stock should not be seen as a recommendation. This is the entire process which I want to discuss with you. So now at the end of the session, you will have a investment philosophy, you will have some really interesting and important parameters. So those who are with me with a paper and a pen, Vimal, Nimit, Sarfaraz, Tejas, AK Lakh, Ruchi, everyone, please pick up a paper and a pen for yourself. सरफराज एक पेपर और पेन उठा लीजिए, क्योंकि आज बहुत सारे इंपॉर्टेंट पैरामीटर्स ऐसे हैं जो अगर आप लिखेंगे और मैं लॉजिक के साथ आपको एक्सप्लेन करूंगा, दिस इज गोइंग टू मेक अ लॉट ऑफ सेंस फॉर यू इन योर इन्वेस्टमेंट जर्नी, दैट आई कैन एश्योर यू. So please pick up a paper and a pen, and those who have picked up a paper and a pen, please write PP in the comment section. Quick, please write PP in the comment section. Let me start writing it for you. So just like this, please write PP in the comment section, and I'll understand that you have arranged the paper and a pen, और उसके बाद मैं अपने टॉपिक को स्टार्ट करूंगा. नीरज, विमल, सरफराज, next 10 seconds for you. Just a few of you. What about others? And it is going to be a very interactive session. I will keep on asking you a lot of questions, and please make sure कि आप continuously reply कर रहे हैं. I'll be using a mix of both the languages, English as well as Hindi. Okay, let's start. So if I ask you this one question, whenever we talk about companies fundamentals, what are some of the keywords that come to your mind? अगर मैं कभी कंपनी के फंडामेंटल्स के बारे में बात करता हूं, या अगर आप कंपनी का फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस पढ़ना चाहते हैं, सो व्हाट आर सम ऑफ द कीवर्ड्स दैट कम टू योर माइंड? क्विक, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, आपके माइंड में प्राइस टू अर्निंग मल्टीपल आ सकता है, आपके माइंड में डेट टू इक्विटी रेशियो आ सकता है. कौन कौन सी ऐसी रेशियोज हैं, कौन कौन से ऐसे कीवर्ड्स हैं, कौन कौन सी ऐसी टर्मिनोलॉजी है जो आपके माइंड में आती है? यू हैव गॉट 10 सेकंड्स टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन. उसके बाद मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि किस तरीके से ये बड़े लोग अपना एनालिसिस करते हैं और कैसे हम डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाते हैं उनसे. देयर इज वन बुक आई वाज रीडिंग a couple of years ago, और वहां पर मुझे एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज सीखने को मिली, that there are 5. okay, I'll come to this 5 वाला पॉइंट in a while. Quickly tell me, आपके माइंड में क्या क्या चीज आती है अगर आप कंपनी के एनालिसिस के बारे में, फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस के बारे में सोचते हैं तो? क्विक, आई कैन सी सम ऑफ यू हैव रिटन. आई कैन सी आप में से कुछ लोगों ने लिखा है पीई रेशो, पीबी रेशो, आरओई, आरओसीई. आई थिंक नीरज ने लिखा है, और उसके अलावा आई कैन सी मेनी आंसर्स. बट लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग गाइस, देयर आर 5 डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एनालिसिस दैट यू कैन डू इन अ कंपनी. मैं सिर्फ फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस की बात कर रहा हूं, मैं टेक्निकल की बात नहीं कर रहा, डेरिवेटिव की बात नहीं कर रहा, मैं किसी चीज की बात नहीं कर रहा. मैं 5 अलग अलग स्टेप्स में फंडामेंटल स्टडी करने की बात कर रहा हूं. निमित, ये मालूम है आपको ये एनालिसिस कौन कौन से होते हैं? सबसे पहला, कोई भी बड़ा इन्वेस्टर, एंड आई वुड स्ट्रांगली रिकमेंड यू कि आप इस चीज को एक पेपर पे लिख लीजिए. इट्स अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. वेरी गुड निमित. सो पहला, बिजनेस एनालिसिस, और व्हाट वी कॉल एज कंपनी एनालिसिस. पहला, बिजनेस एनालिसिस. अगर आपको ये नहीं पता है कि आपकी कंपनी क्या करती है, इस कंपनी को एक मिनट के लिए भी होल्ड करने का कोई फायदा नहीं है, क्योंकि अगर आपको कन्विक्शन चाहिए, इफ यू नीड अ कन्विक्शन फॉर होल्डिंग अ कंपनी फॉर मोर देन 10 years, then the very first thing you should be very very clear should be the business of the company. अगर आपको कंपनी का बिजनेस ही समझ में नहीं आता होगा, अगर आपको कंपनी क्या करती है उनका बिजनेस मॉडल ही समझ में नहीं आएगा, तो कंपनी जितनी मर्जी प्रॉफिटेबल हो जाए, यू विल ऑलवेज फील डिस्कनेक्टेड विद द कंपनी. So I hope you all agree with me that the very first kind of analysis, you watch interviews, as many interviews of Vijay Kedia sahab, you watch as many interviews of Ramdev Agarwal, you watch as many interviews of Warren Buffett. सबसे पहले वो फाइनेंशियल्स की बात नहीं करते, सबसे पहले कंपनी के धंधे की बात करते हैं, सबसे पहले वो कंपनी के बिजनेस की बात करते हैं. चमिंडा, एनीथिंग, आई मीन एनी इन्वेस्टर whosoever invests in the market, the very first thing they talk about is the business analysis of the company. So the very first kind of analysis is business analysis. The second analysis is financial analysis, जिसके बारे में you were just talking, जिसके बारे में आप बात कर रहे थे, you were just talking, that is all a part of financial analysis. जैसे नारायण ने मेंशन किया ROE, मार्केट कैप, नीरज हैज मेंशन्ड ROCE, PB, PE, YOY, EPS, all these terminologies जो हम थोड़ी देर में भी स्टडी करेंगे. We are going to discuss this in a while, but all these are part of financial analysis. Financial analysis comes later. And now let me tell you one thing. You just do not need good financials. You need the best financials in the industry. Am I right in saying so? Which means that it is not just the financials. It is also how good your financials are compared to the industry. आपकी कंपनी के financials कितने अच्छे हैं compared to your company, ये ज्यादा मैटर करता है. Am I right in saying so? Right, Sandeep, Chaminda, Siva, everyone. And not just this, मैं आपको अभी I'll also be talking about one interesting thing, that even during investment, how you can increase your returns using your mutual fund portfolio, using your MTA facility. I'll be discussing all these things. So one, business analysis. Second, फाइनेंशियल एनालिसिस. थर्ड, इंडस्ट्री कंपैरिजन. आपकी कंपनी आपकी इंडस्ट्री में कहां स्टैंड करती है, वेयर डज योर कंपनी स्टैंड कंपेयर टू योर इंडस्ट्री. एम आई राइट इन सेइंग सो? सो इवन इफ योर कंपनी इज जनरेटिंग गुड फाइनेंशियल रिजल्ट्स, but still you want the best in the industry. Otherwise, if the industry keeps on performing even well compared to your company, तो कोई फायदा नहीं है उस कंपनी को होल्ड करने का. So one, business. Second, financials. Third, industry. Fourth, any guesses क्या हो सकता है? Fourth analysis, you tell me, apart from this, what can be the fourth analysis? Quick. So we have talked about the company analysis, we have talked about the financials, we have talked about the industry. The fourth kind of analysis is who has brought this company up. इस कंपनी को अभी तक पाल पोस के किसने बड़ा किया है? And that is called management analysis. The fourth kind of analysis is management analysis. Guys, let me tell you one thing, and if you agree with this statement, give me a thumbs up. If you agree with this statement, then give me a thumbs up. My statement is, whatever kind of good company you own, if the management is not good, a crook management will never let you make money in his company. Am I right in saying so? Give me a thumbs up if you agree with me. A crook management will always find more than one ways to cheat you. Am I right in saying so? I hope you agree with me. So which means that management analysis is also very important. And the last is valuation analysis. You do not buy the most expensive mangoes in summer, right? Last year there were mangoes which were selling at 2.5 lakh rupees per kilogram. Did you buy it? Most likely not. Why? Because they were highly overvalued. They were good, absolutely yes, but they were reachable, they were attainable, chances are no. Narayan, we are going to discuss this. So इसके लिए there are 5 different types of analysis which all these investors follow. And if you have understood all these 5 types of analysis, please write yes. 1, business. Second, financial. Third, industry. Fourth, management. And fifth, valuation. Sounds good? Now that you know all these 5 types of analysis, let me take you through the actual analysis of the company, how you can analyze a company. And for this, I will be coming to the platform ScanX. तो मैं धन का स्क्रीनर ओपन कर लेता हूं. So you all are able to see my screen. और यहां पर अब हम फाइंड आउट करेंगे कौन कौन से टाइप के एनालिसिस को आप किस तरीके से इंप्लीमेंट कर सकते हो. देयर आर 5 पॉइंट्स. सो देयर इज फर्स्ट 5 पॉइंट दैट आई हैव जस्ट डिस्कस विद यू, व्हिच इज कंपनी, फाइनेंशियल्स, इंडस्ट्री, मैनेजमेंट एंड वैल्यूएशन. अब हम इसी फाइनेंशियल्स को वी विल बी डिवाइडिंग इनटू 5 डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज. 1, थ्रू इनकम स्टेटमेंट. वंडरफुल निमित. Guys, just like Nimit has put all these 5 types of analysis, can you all also please write in the chat box all these 5 types of analysis? इससे आपके माइंड में ये चीज फिट हो जाएगी और आप कभी नहीं भूलेंगे. So, I am again dividing the financial analysis into 5 different categories. 1, when we analyze companies from the eyes of an income statement. Second, we will analyze the company from the eyes of a balance sheet. Third, the valuation wala analysis. Fourth and fifth I'll introduce later. जिसमें मैं बताऊंगा कि ये एक इंडिविजुअल चॉइस हो सकती है, कैसे आप अपनी रिस्क एपेटाइट के अकॉर्डिंग अपने लिए कंपनी चूज कर सकते हैं। सो नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट डिफरेंट फाइनेंशियल पैरामीटर्स बेस्ड ऑन दीज 5 स्टेप प्रोसेस, जिसके बेसिस पे आप कंपनी का सिलेक्शन कर सकते हैं। सो नाउ वी आर रेडी टू स्टार्ट। फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ माय सेशन will be about all these financial ratios that will help you generate, that may help you generate a decent return in the long run, because we are finding the quality companies, no recommendation. And then finally I will also tell you how you can even increase that ROI by using certain features that are available on our platform. Sounds good? So those who are with me with these parameters, let us come to create screener. मैं यहाँ पे scanx.trade पे गया, मैं create screener पे चलता हूं, and I hope you are able to see all the 2553 stocks. So there are 2553 stocks, slightly more than this, available on NSE's platform for trading and investing, as you can see here. अब यहां पर सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन ये आता है, the very first question that should be coming to your mind is whether you are loving this business or not. So how you can find out whether the company's business is doing good or not? I give you 30 seconds. Tell me, how are you going to find out? Guys, those who are not able to chat with me, please quickly subscribe to the channel so that you are able to chat with me, and I'll ask you very interesting question, and you should also be asking me very interesting questions. Okay. आप कैसे पता करेंगे? How are you going to find out whether the company's business is being liked by everyone or not? You have got 10 seconds. Answer me this question. I repeat my question. My question is, how will you find out whether the company's products or whether the company's business, basically products, are liked by the people or not? No, Inderjeet, not through the PE ratio. What about others? Rajesh, Sharad, Neeraj, Sachin, Narayan, Bharat, Amandeep, everyone? Acha, tell me one thing. Do you all like the services of Zomato or Swiggy? Do you all like the services of Zomato or Swiggy, and also do you use it? Chaminda Jayavira, you are absolutely right, but finding the goodwill of the company is a very tricky task, no? For a person like you or me, at least me, we will not be able to find it out every day. Wonderful, Arvind. Wonderful, Amandeep. देखिए, if you are liking the services of Zomato, तो Zomato will keep on selling more goods every year, right? नकुल, पब्लिक को सिर्फ उन्हीं प्रोडक्ट्स के बारे में मालूम होता है, सॉरी नीरज, पब्लिक को सिर्फ उन्हीं प्रोडक्ट्स के बारे में मालूम होता है जिनको वो यूज करते हैं। एलएनटी के प्रोडक्ट्स को ज्यादातर दुनिया के बारे में नहीं मालूम होगा, राइट? सो द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग दैट वी आर गोइंग टू यूज हियर इज, देखिए जोमैटो के प्रोडक्ट्स अगर दुनिया खरीद रही है, एज इन जोमैटो की सर्विसेज अगर दुनिया यूज कर रही है, if people are using Zomato's products or services, which means Zomato will keep on selling this increasingly at a higher pace next year, right? So which means the revenue growth rate of this company in the last 3 years should be increasing or decreasing. Guys, let me remind you, in the first part of the session today, I will be talking about how to generate good returns for yourself. I mean, of course, not a promise, but we are trying to find out the solid companies actually for your portfolio. And in the second half, I'll also tell you, in the second part, I'll also tell you how to increase your ROI. So sales growth in the last 3 years, there are many companies, their sales growth are decreasing significantly. Do you want these companies in your portfolio? Certainly not. So I want my company's sales growth to be increasing, to be significantly increasing in the last 3 years, basically more than the rate of inflation. क्योंकि इंद्रजीत, सचिन, नागराजू, मुस्तफा, इन्फ्लेशन के रेट से तो पूरी दुनिया, पूरी इंडिया ग्रो कर रही है। एक अच्छी कंपनी तो वो है ना जो इन्फ्लेशन को बीट करे, Everyone is growing, including you and me, are growing at a pace faster than inflation. A good company is the one which grows much faster than the inflation, right? So at least 15% growth rate. And you see, look at the bottom of the page, which is very small font. It is written that I have discarded 1300 companies out of 2500 companies. So I am left with only 1200 companies. I have discarded 50% companies. They were not growing at a 15% per annum for the last 3 years. I hope that sounds interesting. But at the same time, I want my company's revenue to increase even in the last 5 years, not just 3 years, again by more than 15%. Now you see there are only 961 companies left out of 2553 companies. Guys, do you know one thing? Let me tell you something really interesting. आपकी सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम कंपनी को सिलेक्ट करना नहीं है, आपकी सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम खराब कंपनी को रिजेक्ट करना है. Those who agree with me, give me a thumbs up here. And those who have understood this statement, I'm repeating this statement. I said our biggest trouble as an investor is not to find a good company. It is to discard the poor companies in our portfolio. Am I right in saying so? And guys, at the end of the session, I will also be sharing this screener with you, the one that we are going to make here, so that you will be able to use it for your own investment throughout your life. So now my company is growing at 15% in the last 3 years. My company is growing at 15% in the last 5 years. But guys, can this be the case? Can this also be the case कि मेरी कंपनी का रेवेन्यू ग्रो कर रहा है, my company's revenue is growing, but my company is still not profitable? Can this be the case? If yes, write yes. If no, write no. What is your thought process? My question is, can a company's revenue grow without being profitable? Yes or no? Wonderful, Neeraj. So there are two giveaways to you at the end of the session. The first giveaway is this scanner, and the second is telling you some of the features that can help you generate extraordinary returns for yourself using certain features. And guys, whichever stocks you are looking on the screen here should not be seen as a recommendation. So absolutely yes. So how will you find out whether the company is profitable or not? Operating margin. So I want my company's operating profit margin. Can someone tell me what do you mean by operating profit margin? Can someone please tell me the formula of operating profit margin? And if you do not know this, simply write a cross sign or a thumbs down or no in the comment section quick. और फिर मैं आपको बताऊंगा. I'll tell you what is operating profit margin. Quick, 5 seconds for you. Operating profit margin means, yes, some of you are right. Operating profit margin means operating profit divided by sales, which means operating profit margin will be positive only for those companies जो profitable होंगी. जो loss making होंगी वो नहीं कमा पाएंगी operating profit margin positive वाला. इसीलिए मुझे चाहिए ऐसी कंपनीज जो ना सिर्फ प्रॉफिटेबल हो. देखिए, अगर ओपीएम पॉजिटिव है इसका मतलब ये है, इफ द ओपीएम इज पॉजिटिव इसका मतलब ये है कंपनी प्रॉफिटेबल है. बट वी डू नॉट जस्ट वांट दिस. आई वांट माय कंपनी टू बी प्रॉफिटेबल again by double the margin of inflation. So I want my company to be generating good amount of returns. Now guys, when I add this parameter of 12% operating profit margin, now imagine out of almost 1,000 companies, 350 companies were those जो रेवेन्यू में तो ग्रो कर रही थी लेकिन ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट मार्जिन ही बहुत ज्यादा नहीं था उसका. सो ऐसी कंपनीज में इन्वेस्ट करने से हम बच जाते हैं. राइट सुखदेव, गुड टू सी यू हियर. Sukhdev, I hope you are able to grasp everything. We have never talked about fundamentals, right? I mean, with you, I'm seeing you here for the very first time. So, revenue growth rate in the last 3 years is 15%, which means my company is growing in the last 3 years. My company is also growing in the last 5 years, and my company is being profitable also, Guys, ऐसा करके we have discarded almost 75% companies, and now I am left with just 600 companies or so. Now what I want is, let us come to the balance sheet. Let us come to the balance sheet. Pushkar, Kapil, stock fundamentals, Sukhdev, Sachin, Siva, Nagaraju. Whatever we have discussed so far, is it clear? Sounds good to everyone? Now, so guys, tell me one thing. I have a question here. How many of you would like to buy a house on loan, and how many of you would like to buy a house completely by yourself? I am not saying that there is any pressure of taking loan on you or not to be taken loan. आप अपने घर को कैसे लेना चाहेंगे, उधार पे या खुद से? What is your thought process? How will you sleep peacefully? Taking home on a loan or taking home by yourself? How would you sleep peacefully? Quickly tell me. Write loan or no loan. Write loan or no loan in the comment section. Quick. Self. So निमित कहते हैं self. इंद्रजीत both way I'm comfortable. नीरज कहते हैं self. सरफराज कहते हैं loan. नागराजू loan. रूपम कहते हैं लोन. लोन लेने में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन जिन्होंने लोन लिखा है, आई होप दे वुड अग्री विद माय स्टेटमेंट कि अगर कभी भी हमारी इनकम डेविएट होती है तो लोन पे करना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा, राइट? इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू जनरेट रेगुलर इनकम फॉर योरसेल्फ, रीपेमेंट ऑफ लोन विल बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट टास्क, राइट गाइस? Which means a more comfortable way is without taking a loan. अगर आपके पास पैसा है, और मैं यहां पर टैक्स के रिबेट की बात नहीं कर रहा, हमने यहां पर कोई टैक्स को बीच में लेकर नहीं आ रहे हैं. सो आई वुड लाइक माई कंपनी टू बी ऑलमोस्ट डेट फ्री. रीजन बीइंग, अगर इकोनॉमिक साइकिल में डाउनटर्न आता है तो वो कंपनी सबसे पहले बैंकरप्ट होंगी जिन्होंने लोन बहुत ज्यादा ले रखा होगा. आई होप यू वुड अंडरस्टैंड दिस. यस और नो? सो द कंपनीज, थिंक ऑफ कोविड पीरियड, सबसे पहले कौन सी कंपनी बैंकरप्ट होगी? वो जिसने लोन ले रखा होगा. एम आई क्लियर? राइट गोकुल, राइट रूपम, शिवा, पुष्कर, सुखदेव, प्रसाद, एवरीवन. So how many of them were low debt companies? Only 434 companies. So we have covered two angles, income statement and balance sheet. I hope ये सारे पैरामीटर्स अभी तक क्लियर हैं. Now I want my company. Okay, you want good company to be trading at a cheaper price or to be trading at an expensive price? You want good company to be trading cheaper for you, or would you like to buy an expensive company? हम सबसे पहले जब एक शॉप पे मैंगोज लेने के लिए जाते हैं, whenever we go to buy some mangoes or some other fruits, we always say, show me the good quality mangoes, and then we bargain it for a cheaper price, right? The same way, when you are finding a good company, let us see if you are getting it at a cheaper price. Let us see the price to earning ratio is lower than the sectoral price to earning ratio. सो अच्छे पैरामीटर के साथ चीपर कंपनीज कौन सी मिल रही हैं? यू आर लेफ्ट विद ओनली 260 कंपनीज. गाइस रिमेंबर, वी स्टार्टेड विद 2553 कंपनीज एंड यू आर लेफ्ट विद 250 कंपनीज अप्रोक्सीमेटली. यू हैव डिस्कार्डेड 90% कंपनीज. मतलब अगर आपको इनके फाइनेंशियल्स पढ़ने हैं तो अब मेरे पास सिर्फ 250 कंपनीज हैं. ऑल्दो 250 भी बहुत ज्यादा है, लेकिन स्टिल 250 इज स्टिल बेटर देन 2500. साउंड्स गुड? लेकिन इनमें से बहुत सारी कंपनीज ऐसी हैं जो बहुत ही चीप क्वालिटी वाली हो सकती हैं, जो जेड कैटेगरी स्टॉक्स हो सकते हैं, जो पेनी स्टॉक्स हो सकते हैं. वुड यू लाइक टू टेक अ रिस्क in your investment portfolio, the ones that you are making for your future retirement, for your future, I mean gifting to your child or something like that, आप उसमें penny stocks होल्ड करना चाहेंगे या क्वालिटी स्टॉक्स होल्ड करना चाहेंगे? आप अपने बच्चे के लिए जो पोर्टफोलियो बना रहे हैं या आप अपनी रिटायरमेंट के लिए जो पोर्टफोलियो बना रहे हैं, उसमें व्हाट काइंड ऑफ स्टॉक्स वुड यू लाइक टू हैव? पेनी स्टॉक्स और क्वालिटी स्टॉक्स? प्लीज क्विकली टेल मी. How will you check the quality? Let us check this quality by adding a market cap wala parameter. If you want to select penny stock for yourself, keep the market cap less than 10,000 crores. रिमेंबर आई सेड कि कुछ पैरामीटर्स ऐसे हैं वो सब्जेक्टिव है, वो आप बाद में कर सकते हैं. तो आई वॉन्ट क्वालिटी इन माई कंपनी, हेंस आई एम चूजिंग द कंपनीज विच हैव अ मार्केट कैप ऑफ मोर देन 5,000 crore. Let us select these companies. Now you are left with only 121 companies. Sounds good? Prasad, Ruchi, Nagaraju, Surinder, everyone? Abhi, I'll be sharing this screener with you as a giveaway at the end of the session. I'll also tell you how to increase your ROI. But so far, if you are enjoying this session, give me two thumbs up. Give me two thumbs up collectively in a chat box so that मैं समझ पाऊंगा कि आप किस क्वेश्चन का रिप्लाई कर रहे हैं. संदीप, RM, शिवा, सरफराज, सुखदेव, सुरेंद्र. आई होप अभी तक आपको समझ में आ रहा है और मजा आ रहा है. दोनों के लिए समझ में आ रहा है, मजा आ रहा है. दोनों के लिए एक एक थम्स अप. ओके, नाउ let me share one important aspect with you. ये सारी कंपनी किसी काम की नहीं है. None of these companies is of any use if they are not generating return for the shareholder. Am I right in saying so? I hope you agree with this statement. There are very important statements that we are discussing in this session today. I am saying that a company is worthless if it is not generating returns for its shareholder, right? Which means let us add this parameter, which is not just ROE, rather ROE growth percentage. We do not just want ROE. हम ये नहीं चाहते कि रिटर्न ऑन इक्विटी पॉजिटिव हो. मैं तो ये चाहता हूं कि मेरी कंपनी का ROE लगातार ग्रो भी करता रहे. Even though it is growing by only, imagine guys, let me show you something really interesting here. Let me zoom this screen a bit. Have a look here. There are some companies which are negatively creating returns for their shareholders. What is this? 57,41,000 ROE. They are not generating ROE. They are taking away money from the public. So I want my company to generate to grow in their return on equity by at least 5%. You see, out of 121 companies, 50 companies were not generating return for their shareholders, not even at the rate of inflation. What's the point of holding these companies? Am I right in saying so? And lastly, EPS growth rate, earning per share growth rate in the last 3 years or 5 years, whatever you want to check, this should also be growing. Imagine the earning per share is growing negative. It should also be growing by at least 5%, preferably by 10%. Now you are left with 48 companies, guys. Now you are left with 48 companies. And now let me tell you something really interesting. It should not be seen as a recommendation to buy. It is only for educational purposes. You can take a note of all these ratios. I'll be saving this screener for you. We'll be sharing with you at the end of the session. लेकिन अभी के लिए tell me, if we want to increase the ROI, there are 3 ways of increasing the ROI. One, if any of these companies is a sound company, can we say that every correction in this company can be seen as a buying opportunity? Yes or no? I'm not talking about specifically any company here. I'm only saying that if according to you some company is a good company, then buying on dip is a better approach for them. Sounds good? First method. Second method, how about if I buy this company hypothetically? How about if I buy this company and instead of investing in this company by spending 807 rupees per share, how about using the feature of MTF. MTF stands for margin trading facility. So margin trading facility पे if I buy this stock, you see I need to pay only 194 rupees and I can hold this company for as long as I want. At a nominal cost, if I want to hold it for 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, for example, hypothetically, the market comes down. Now I am finding these companies at a cheaper rate. Now I know the returns can be quicker. So यहाँ पर अगर मैं MTF फैसिलिटी यूज करता हूं विच इज मार्जिन फंडिंग, इस फैसिलिटी को मैं यूज करके फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मैं एक महीने 1 मंथ के लिए इसको होल्ड करता हूं तो 1 मंथ में लेट अस से हाइपोथेटिकली द इंटरेस्ट रेट इज 1% एंड द स्टॉक गिव्स मी अ रिटर्न ऑफ 10-15% or so. So this entire money belongs to me except the cost of the funds that I have used. So one method of increasing the ROI is using the MTF facility instead of using your own capital. As you can see, using your own capital attracts 808 rupees, but using MTF attracts 194 rupees. So if you understand your risk management well, then MTF is a good option, provided you understand your risk management well. And third way is, I'm not sure whether you are aware of this feature or not, but let me tell you something really interesting. I have a question here. Whenever you buy mutual funds and they are stored in your demat, then who acts as a depository for your mutual funds? It is the CDSL, it is the depository. So आप अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स को डीमैट में यहां पर होल्ड करके भी उसी उसी को प्लेज करके उससे जो मार्जिन आएगा, यू कैन ऑल्सो परचेज दीज शेयर्स यूजिंग योर MF डीमैट फीचर. And this way you can increase your ROI again. So using these three things, you can significantly increase your ROI. One, whenever the market comes down and you believe that these are fundamentally sound companies, in that case, you can do so. I am not sharing any recommendation here. I am only saying that I am more concerned about these parameters. The stocks will keep on changing. So one, during correction. Second, MF DMAT. Third, MTF. Using all these features, you can actually increase your ROI. And now, let me save this watch list. And according to me, because these are important parameters for me that helps me find strong companies, I am saving this with the name of strong watch list. If you want this screener for yourself, simply write in the comment section strong watch list screener. After the video goes live after 5 minutes, आप ये strong watch list, ये keyword along with screener, ये word आप लिख दीजिएगा, ये keyword लिख दीजिएगा. I'll be very happy sharing this screener with you. भरत, आप उनको भी प्लेज करके आप ETF को भी प्लेज करके वहां से वो फंडिंग का बेनिफिट ले सकते हैं. Sandeep, I will be sharing this screener with you once the video goes live. So रेहान, जब अभी ये वीडियो लाइव जाएगा तो strong watch list keyword आप लिख दीजिएगा and I will be sharing this screener with you. Guys, I hope you learned something new today. If yes, give me a thumbs up. श्योर सचिन, अमित, नारायण, रेहान, अभी बस 5 मिनट में ये वीडियो लाइव चला जाएगा और फिर ये स्क्रीनर मैं आपके साथ शेयर कर दूंगा. तो आप जो जो भी लिख रहे हैं उन सबके कमेंट्स में मैं इसको डाल दूंगा. So I hope you learned something new. I hope it was interesting. So one question before we end. Let's have a quiz here. Let's have a quiz here. और यहां पर 1 सेकेंड, इसको मैं यहां पर सेव कर लेता हूं. ये मैंने यहां पर सेव कर लिया. और वन क्विज. अब आप मुझे ये बताएंगे मैंने डेट टू इक्विटी कितनी चूज करी थी. क्विक. सुखदेव, FII होल्डिंग ऐड करने में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है कोई भी. नंबर ऑफ कंपनीज कम हो जाएंगी बट आप कर सकते हैं. ओके, वन क्विज क्वेश्चन. What was the debt to equity ratio which I used? Chaminda, Narayan, Sudarshan, Sandeep, Bharat, everyone. What was the debt to equity ratio which I used? Quick. Question number 2. Yes, many of you are right. Question number 2. What was the parameter which I used for price to earning? What exactly was the parameter which I used for price to earning? Quick. Yes, you guys are right. गुरप्रीत थोड़ी देर में देख लीजिएगा, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सेशन था, काफी कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा आपको. What was the price to earning multiple price to earning ratio which I used? It was not P ratio, it was something else. What exactly was the parameter? इस क्वेश्चन के आंसर को आप कमेंट्स में लिख दीजिएगा, और अगर आपका आंसर सही होता है तो मैं उस कमेंट को लाइक कर दूंगा. एंड गाइस, सी यू नेक्स्ट वीक. एंड बाय द वे, यू कैन ऑल्सो कैच अस लाइव ऑन धन HQ चैनल, जहां पर आई अपीयर एवरी ट्यूसडे, और वहां पर हम ट्रेडिंग की भी बात करते हैं. तो अगर आपको ट्रेडिंग को लेकर कोई ट्रेडिंग स्ट्रेटेजी के बारे में बात करनी है, डिस्कस करना है, तो आप ट्यूसडे को वहां पर ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. Great, Bharat. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye. Take care of yourself. I hope you enjoyed the session. Bye. Take care of yourself.